Hi friends, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Deborah. Today's video is a very impulsive video. I was at Costco looking for another plant like the one that I'd put in my ensuite recently, and of course I didn't have any. But in its place, I did have one plant that I thought might be fine to use. And when I looked at the base of the pot, I realized it was actually consisted of 3 plants in the one pot. And I thought, you know what, I think I can actually separate them and turn this one plant into 3 separate plants and therefore create 3 different plants out of the one. And I thought, you know what, maybe one of you might find it interesting and see how easy it is. Sometimes when you see a plant that you think it's a little bit expensive for one plant, but if you look at the value that you can generate out of that one plant by being able to separate into 3, then it might make sense to buy something a little bit more expensive. So anyway, if you like this idea, come along, have a look at how I've created 3 plants out of the one from Costco, and let me know in the comments below whether you've got some tips and tricks for me to do it better next time.
Change has a reason.
I went to Costco today and I bought this Monsteria deliciosa plant, and when I saw it I thought, gee, it's expensive, because I think it was about $43.99. But then when I look closely at it, have a look here, can you see there are 3 separate plants in the one pot? So what I'm going to do is cut it up and transplant them into these Kmart pots that I just went and bought, and that way I get 3 plants out of the one from Costco. So I'll just sort of take you along with me and show you how I did that.
Has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale.
So here's the finished look. It needed a little bit of elevation. We're in that little corner where it was in. Excuse the lighting, the lights at the front or the lights at the rear, so you can't get a really good picture. Now I'm going to be putting the other plant in that corner and see what that looks like. I don't think I want something high over there. So with this plant here, I've tied it up with stockings just because they're a little bit gentler on the stems of the leaves until the plant starts getting the desired shape that I want. This leaf has curled like that from when it was actually in transport. It's been curled. I'm hoping they will open up a little bit. If you've got an idea on how I can make it open up a little bit better, I'd appreciate it if you told me in the comments below, please. Otherwise, here's the plant. I'm hoping that it will do well there. I like the look of it. I just think that the tap gets in the way and you can't really get a good picture of the plant, but maybe as it grows it might look a little bit better. I'm thinking I'll leave it there so I can get used to the layout and what it looks like. I think as it grows it might fill that space a little bit more. I don't know. I'll think about it. The other pot looks like that now, and from further back, let me see if I can get it all in. That's what it looks like. Elevated. I'm thinking maybe that one there might need to be raised a little bit more. What do you think? Or maybe just put it completely down on the ground. I think as it grows, I can get the leaves to move around the tap and that might help it a little bit. Anyway, here's what the ensuite looks like now with the elevated pot plants. I think one of the benefits of having the pots elevated is that I can clean underneath them without too much difficulty. Now I just have to find something to put on that wall. I think one of my viewers commented that picture is probably more suitable for a lounge, and I agree. I just put it there because the colors seem to suit at the time the bathroom. But I'm thinking I might put something that's more in theme with the towels that I have. Maybe some Balinese artwork, maybe. Not the Buddha, but what do I call them? Those pictures that you colour in order to relax. It'll come to me. Anyway, yes, so the next project is trying to find something to put in that wall and remove that picture. But slowly, it's coming together. And there you go, the other two plants. I've put one here on this side of the TV cabinet and one over there. I think I've seen these plants. They grow quite well, so they're going to fill up that space. I'll just have to tweak them a little bit. The stands are uneven. They're going to do my head in, but overall, it will fill up that space a little bit more and create that green effect that I'm after. So they seemed a little bit too unstable in that spot for the pots to be able to slide into the raisers. So I felt more comfortable putting a plate underneath it. I don't know that I like necessarily the aesthetics of it with the plate sticking out, but I do feel that it's a lot safer with pets, dogs and cats running amok, that the pot won't fall. So in that regard, I feel better. Thinking maybe I might need to find a smaller diameter plate so that it doesn't jut out as much, but I think I'll get used to it. I don't think it looks too wrong. What do you think? Let me know. I'll show you where I've attempted a little bit of greenery. I have this little plant here, an ivy that's sort of not doing too well, but I think it's because I've been away and the kids haven't watered it, but it does have some growth coming up, so that's fine. And then I have this little section here that the ficus is growing back. I'd had it next to where the ivy was and it was just slowly dying. I think when I bought it, it had probably about a lot more leaves than it has now, but you can see it down the bottom, that all shriveled up and died. But in this spot, look, I've got all new buds coming up. So the plant is thriving here. Don't look at that one. But otherwise everything else is thriving. I just need to wipe it down a little bit. Can someone who's got more of a green thumb than me, can you tell me, how do you keep the leaves shiny? Do I just have to dust them all the time, or can I put some oil on it to make them glossy? Here's another plant that I haven't managed to kill yet, so I'm happy with that. And so overall, I've got my little green bench here and my little green section coming along there. Okay, so it wasn't the neatest project. I did make a mess. Luckily, I did try to put some cardboard down below underneath it in my garage so that I wasn't making too much of a mess, and all I have to do now is pack it all up and throw it out. I hope it shows you how easy it is to split one plant into three, and that way you get 3 plants out of the one. And sometimes you might think that one plant is expensive, but when you look at the value that you can generate out of it, if you can split it into 3, well then maybe it might be worthwhile. Fingers crossed my green thumb works. Please give me some tips and tricks down below if you think I can do something better next time, or if there's a way that you know that I can actually make sure these plants thrive. I'd really appreciate it. I love the support and the assistance that I get from you all watching it. I think that, 2 heads are better than 1. Thank you very much for watching the video. I truly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time. Bye.